What is crack, lack, and collector cultist? Collector Tyrant here again today with another Funko Pop review. Today we have the 6-inch Pokemon Funko Pops. I finally have all of them in my hands. I've got the new Squirtle here too, and I wanted to wait and do a review on all 4 of these. Also guys, this is my second take of this video. I had a ton of corrupt files and I had to redo the video, so sorry if any of you guys were waiting on this video. But anyway guys, enough about that. We're going to get into these 4 pops here, so sit back, relax, and let's get stuck in. Alright guys, before we start the video, if you guys do follow me and you want to support my channel, drop a like if you wish. I really appreciate that. If you guys are new to my channel, you can hit that subscribe button if you wish, and hit the bell as well so you're notified for any videos like this in the future that comes out on my channel. Also today guys, I do have a for those who don't know segment video, which is sort of like a little bit of the background on the pops I'm talking about, and I'll leave a timestamp here. If you guys do not want to watch that and skip ahead, you can if you wish, but let's get into that right now. For those who don't know, Pokemon. Pokemon was originally an RPG video game developed by Game Freak and published by Nintendo. The first games, red and green versions, were released in 1996 for Nintendo's handheld device, the Game Boy. Curated by Satoshi Tajiri, the games were a massive success in Japan. The game was released 2 years later to Western audiences, also becoming a massive hit. Pokemon also released an animated TV show focused around a character called Ash Ketchum and his Pikachu. The franchise also released a trading card game, and within a short time, Pokemon had become a global phenomenon. Over 20 years later, Pokemon is still a powerhouse of a franchise, if not the biggest franchise out there. There are currently 31 main video game titles, with 2 more on the way this year, and loads of spin-off Pokemon titles to boot. There is over 1,000 episodes of the Pokemon anime currently, and just over 21 Pokemon movies have been made. There has been over 70 English trading card sets that have been released, with over 9,000 different cards being printed within those sets. And to date, there has been over 800 Pokemon created, with more on the horizon.
That's too much, man.
I believe Pokemon's success comes down to a simple marketing formula. It is both new and nostalgic at the same time, keeping its old fans interested and bringing in new fans when a new Pokemon generation is released. And as Pokemon fans, we are truly blessed. If you like to play the games, be it competitively, or you like to just stroll through the storyline, you collect the trading cards, or the plushies and toys, or spend hours binge watching the anime, or like to take a walk whipping out your phone and catch them on your Pokemon Go. To fans, Pokemon isn't just some thing, it's a lifestyle, a pop culture titan that has embedded itself in our lives, a franchise that continues to dominate the media and marketing mainstream. And even Funko Pop can't get enough of Pokemon. So today, I have 4 Pokemon Funko Pops to review, so let's get started. Alright guys, so I think we're going to start with the Pikachu first and go through the other 3 afterwards, because this guy's the oldest one that's been out. Now, I like to look at all the boxes before I start, and each one of these ones have different elements to represent the Pokemon. So Pikachu has the electric one, so I'll show them all throughout the video. But that's the box. Really cool box, these ones. I like these. Alright guys, so here I have Pikachu in my hands right now. Really bright yellows, as it is Pikachu. And on the back here you can see these little brown stripes running across the back with this brown bit on the tail. The tail's really cool. It's also really flexible. It's made of some different sort of plastic, quite flexible tail there. I like the little posture it's got there with the arms down the front and these tiny little feet. You can feel the texture on the toes there as well. Got the ears poking out of the head here. And you got the cheeks, of course. Pikachu wouldn't be Pikachu without the cheeks. And he's got this tiny little nose, and I don't really like the mouth too much. I think they put too much tongue in there. It does look kind of odd. Got these jet black eyes, which does suit Pikachu because he does have black eyes. I think the other ones should have had different colored eyes, but I will get to that when we talk about them. So we're going to do a stand-up test. He doesn't come with a base, but he's a bit wobbly, guys, on this blanket. I'm sure he'll stand up on other surfaces a lot better, but he does have a problem on this blanket here. As for the head test, tons of articulation there if you want to pose him outside the box, so he'll do that for you if you want to take him outside. But anyway, that is Pikachu, guys. Let's move on to Bulbasaur. Alright guys, next up we have Bulbasaur, one of my favorite starters of all time, my favorite starter from the Kanto region. So as you see there, we got a leaf effect here for the back of the box, so all these boxes will be a little bit different, guys. But yeah, we're going to get him outside the box and have a bit of a geezer at Bulbasaur here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bulbasaur in my hands right now, and this is a really cool pop. I really do like this one. It's really nice. I haven't taken this one outside the box yet, but I have had this one for a couple months now. So, as you guys should know, I've been waiting to do this review for quite a while. But the details on that bulb there, you can see that. It's really cool. Almost looks like a four-leaf clover or something from my vision right here. Really nice. Cool little bit of texture on the top there, on the top tip of the bulb. Really cool stuff. You got this really awesome Bulbasaur face. Well, it's Bulbasaur. That's pretty self-explanatory. Got the ears here. You got this really cool grin that he's sort of giving off here. I really like the teeth, and they put the tongue in there as well. They put some details in there. I would have liked to see some red eyes for this one, and the next few pops too, I'll probably say the same thing. With Pikachu, you got the black, because Pikachu does have black eyes, but I really think a touch of red would have made this thing stand out really well, and I really wish they did go with that. But that's just the way it is, guys. We've got the black dead eyes that is Funko Pop eyes, guys. Also like little dots here too. They've got tons of little dots running through, which Bulbasaur has on the front of the face there. You can see 3 there as well. And the toes and all that are very well detailed. You can feel them on the tips there of the feet. Alright guys, let's do a head test for Bulbasaur, and Bulbasaur is a solid piece, as I would have thought by the looks of it off the bat. And the stand-up test, he'll stand up perfectly fine, all 4 legs there. Nothing to worry about if you want to take him outside the box. Some really good stuff here, guys. Nice balance. Really awesome pop, this one. Probably one of my favorites so far. But we're going to move on to Charmander. I know you guys love Charmander. Some of you guys out there love the Charmander line. So let's get on to it. Alright, all you Firestarter fanboys out there, we have Charmander in my hands, and I have not opened this guy up yet either. So I haven't had a good look at this pop yet, but the box looks really cool. You got this little flame effect, given that Charmander is a Firestarter. But yeah, really cool stuff. We're going to get him outside the box and have a look at the little lizard himself, and yeah, let's do that now. Alright, you guys, here is Charmander. Now, one thing I have noticed about these pops, they are very, very tiny in the hands, guys. They're not very tall compared to your average pop. But anyway, guys, we've got Charmander's face here. Really cool stuff going on. We've got the teeth. You got the mouth open, just like the Bulbasaur. No coloured eyes there, which is unfortunate. Some green eyes would have been really good. I do believe Charmanders carry green eyes, mostly in the animes and cards and all the art and stuff like that. But that would have really been a nice touch, guys, I think, if they had green eyes on this one. As you can see there's a body. You can see his little belly. They've coloured that really nicely. And I like how they've done the arms as well. Really cool. And you can feel the texture on the feet there as well. But the best feature on this one has to be the tail, the transparent tail. You've got some really nice transparency there, and you've got some yellow running in through the red there as a flame effect. Just one thing I have noticed here looking at the tail though, guys, there is a bit of a disappointment. You can see that gap there, a huge gap in between the tail there. I don't like stuff like that, guys. It's a bit unclean. That side's not too bad, but this side is, you can definitely tell there's a big gap there in the tail. Not a big fan of stuff like that, guys. I'm not complaining, just simply saying those things should be looked after if it's going to be sold as a product. Alright guys, head test for Charmander, and Charmander's head is actually articulated, so that's really cool. You can actually pose that if you do want to take him outside the box. And his stand-up test, he's a bit wobbly on my blanket here. Actually no, there you go, he's standing up perfectly fine there on the 2 legs and tail there, so yeah, tons of balance. Really cool stuff, guys. Really nice pop, this one. Definitely something I'm glad to pick up. I'm hoping to see a Charizard in the future, guys. That'd be really awesome, I think. Alright guys, enough about Charmander. Let's move on to Squirtle, the newest pop out of this range, if you want to call it that, given that these pops aren't really in a range or a set. We're going to move on to him right now and talk about the Squirtle. Alright guys, Squirtle Squad fans, here we have the Squirtle. Now, probably my second favourite out of 3 starters, Charmander being the last. I just love Squirtle, guys. I love Blastoise, but as you can see on the back, nice little water drop here for the effect for the Pokemon Squirtle. Yeah, so let's get inside the box and have a look at the little turtle and go through all the details. Alright guys, check out this little turtle here. It's really awesome. Squirtle's a really cool, probably has a bit more detail than the other 2 if I'm being honest. You know, it's got this really cool shell. You can feel the texture in the shell there. And we look at the back here, texture on there as well. Got this really cool little tail on the back. Let's check out the face. Now there's something different about the other 2 that this one does differently, and that is the mouth is closed on this one, which is pretty cool, I guess. Once again, coloured eyes would have been really cool in this one. I think Squirtle has purple eyes or brown eyes. I can't remember from the top of my head, but it really would have been cool if they put that on here. Once again, guys, really tiny pop here. It's not really that big compared to other pops, guys. I do like the stature on these starter Pokemon. I'm hoping if we do get bigger ones, like you know, Charizard or Blastoise himself, they're going to be a lot bigger. Really cool to see that the size difference in the pops if they do bring those ones out in the future, which I think they will, so I have a feeling these are selling quite well. Alright guys, Squirtle up next for the head test, and Squirtle's head, like Charmander, is articulated, which is really good, so you can pose him if you do take him outside the box. And the stand-up test, I'm hoping it'll be the same as Charmander with the tail there, and it's perfectly balanced there. As you can see, he just balances off the tail and legs there. So if you want to take this guy outside the box, he will do so very well. But really nice stuff on the Squirtle, guys, and that's going to be it for today. We're going to move on to my rating now and rate all these pops together. Alright guys, now it's time for my rating. You guys should know by now how to do my ratings. I rate out 2 parts of 5 to equal to a 10. I go through my personal collection, look at any defects, and then I rate it out of 5, and then I go on Funko Pop's efforts for the franchise that they're making the pops for, and in this case it will be Pokemon. Alright, so we're going to talk about a few things here. Firstly, the Charmander. I'm not going to bother picking him up because this is an absolute clusterfuck to actually put all these together, because it's the Pikachu and the Charmander does fall over. They're not very balanced on this blanket here. But the biggest thing I found with the Charmander, which I showed before, is the tail had a really bad sort of crease in it. I didn't really like that. But other than that, you know, I'm not complaining, just simply saying that was a defect on that pop. The Pikachu is a bit, it does fall over. I reckon a base would have been good for some of these because they are very small. So for that rating, I'm going to give that a 4, guys. So straight 4 for that. And, you know, that's pretty good. It's not too bad. Alright, guys, so the next rating, I'm going to take these guys outside, give you guys a couple of pans outside, and we're going to go through my recap on these and give my rating too. Alright, so first off the bat, we'll talk about the Pikachu pretty fast. You know, it is Pikachu. It's a nice color. I like the colors, you know, bright yellow there. Got the cheeks, got everything going on with Pikachu, so it's a really nice pop, this one. Really cool stuff. I just wish this could stand up a bit better. Yeah, a bit more balance for Pikachu would have been good, but other than that, really nice pop. Bulbasaur is my favorite one out of the lot because I just love Bulbasaur. Nothing wrong with this pop at all. Everything is really well done on this one. It looks exactly like Bulbasaur. I would have liked some red eyes on there, as I said before, but other than that, pretty top-notch pop, this one. If you like Pokemon and you like Bulbasaur, definitely pick this guy up, I think. For Charmander, really nice orange. My favorite color is orange, so I really like this one. Really cool stuff. That transparent tail too is really, really cool. I like the little touch of that. I'm really glad they didn't go for normal paints for that. Yeah, the transparent tail really stands out for this one. I do like this pop for that reason. Once again, colored eyes would have been really awesome on this thing, but I'm not going to complain too much, guys. We get what we're given. Alright, so now for the newest Pokemon out of this Pokemon range, and that is Squirtle. Squirtle's really cool. I like him. He's got the mouth closed, gives it something different between the 4. And not only that, I like the textures in the shell. Color's really good in this one. So definitely a nice new addition to the Pokemon range. Can't wait to see what Pokemon brings out in the future. I'm really hoping that we get some evolutions, which I'm sure we will. These are selling like hotcakes at the moment. So I'm hoping to see some Charizards, Venusaurs, even Mewtwo, or who knows what we're going to see in the future with Pokemon. Really cool stuff. So for my rating for that, I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5. And the total score for that is going to be a 9 out of 10, guys. So decent effort from Funko on these Pokemon pops. As I said, who knows what happens in the future. We might get some really cool stuff. So anyway, guys, if you really enjoyed the video, then I'm going to leave it there for today. If you want to drop a like, totally a choice. If you're new, you can sub up if you wish and hit that bell for notifications for any future videos I do on Funko Pops or whatever else I do on my crazy channel. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave it with you guys. So for you collectors out there, keep on collecting, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, collect, sorry now.